Good morning, students. This class is addressed to the students of law department. You will find that module 3 phonetics is still left. So today we'll learn a part of airstream mechanism which comes under the module 3 called phonetics. So I'm very sure that the term phonetics is very new to you people or maybe unknown to you people. So what is phonetics? Phonetics is a study that deals with medium of speech. It also deals with the production, transmission, and reception of the sounds of human speech. You know the meaning of production, right? But what is the meaning of transmission? Transmission is a process or act of sending something. And you also know the meaning of reception. So all these three parts like production, transmission, and reception of the sounds produces the human speech. So airstream mechanism is a part of phonetics. So in this slide, I want to show you what are the organs which helps in speech production. Like what are they? They are lips, teeth, alveolar ridge, tongue, larynx, vocal cords, epiglottis, pharynx, soft palate, uvula, hard palate. So do not get worried now only because I'll tell you all the functions and roles of all these organs by teaching you this airstream mechanism. So this is the speech mechanism. This airstream mechanism is divided into three types. Like the first one is the pulmonary airstream mechanism. The second one is the glottalic airstream mechanism, and the third one is the velaric airstream mechanism. This picture is of the first type, which is the pulmonic airstream mechanism. But before entering into pulmonic airstream mechanism, I want to tell you one more thing, that when any airstream mechanism is used to push air out, it is called aggressive airstream mechanism. And when it is used to draw the air in, it is called ingressive airstream mechanism. So what is the spelling of aggressive? It is Egressive, and ingressive is Ingressive. So if the air is pushed out, it is called aggressive airstream mechanism, and if the air is drawn in, it is called ingressive airstream mechanism. Yes, now that pulmonic airstream mechanism, and this is the most commonly used speech mechanism to produce sounds. In this process or in this mechanism, the lungs and the respiratory muscles play the most important role. Here, in this process, the wind from the lung enters the larynx. Which one is the larynx? Larynx is situated at the top of your throat, and it is also called the voice box. And it is obviously involved in production of sounds. So what was I telling you? That how does the sound gets produced? At first, the air or the wind from the lung. Remember, the place of initiation is the lung. It is the source. It is the place from where the air or the wind comes out. So from the lung, it enters, the air or the wind enters the windpipe. After entering the windpipe, it passes through the larynx and then enters the glottis. Now, what is glottis? Glottis is the space between two vocal cords. And what is the vocal cord? Vocal cords are folds of tissue within your throat and which act as a key participant in creating sounds. Now, as the air enters the glottis, it passes through the pharynx and the uvula. Pharynx is the part of the throat behind the mouth and the nasal cavity. And uvula is a fleshy hanging structure which hangs above the throat. If you open your mouth and stand in front of a mirror, you will get to see a U-shaped fleshy structure hanging from the upper surface of your throat. That one is the uvula. So understood up to this? So then after it passes through the pharynx and uvula, finally it gets the chance to enter the mouth and then pushed out to produce sounds. The air is pushed out from the mouth to produce sounds. Generally, most of the speech sounds make use of pulmonic aggressive airstream mechanism. So why pulmonic? Because the air is coming out of the lung. And why aggressive? Because the air is pushed out of the mouth, and this is the process by which the air is moving. So this is the airstream mechanism. So I hope you have understood what is pulmonic airstream mechanism. Now, if you have understood up to this, the second type is called the glottalic airstream mechanism. You already know what a glottis is, right? As I have already told you that the glottis is the space between the two vocal cords. Here, in this process, that is in the process of glottalic airstream mechanism, the closed glottis acts as the initiator for this, and the air in the pharynx is used. What does closed glottis mean? Closed glottis is a situation when the vocal folds are very close to each other and there is hardly any space remaining. So no space is equal to no glottis. So this condition is called closed glottis. And the sound produced in this particular situation is called glottal sounds, which is very rare. And in Sindhi, there are some sounds articulated with glottalic airstream mechanism, and these sounds are also called implosives. Now, the third type of airstream mechanism, which is called velaric airstream mechanism. Now, in this, what happens in this velaric airstream mechanism? Here, the back of the tongue, which is also called velar, V-E-L-A-R, velar. It is the initiator. And the air in the mouth is set in motion during the airstream mechanism. To be very specific, the movement of the mouth air by the action of the tongue is called velaric airstream mechanism. So, what is the first one? The first one is pulmonic airstream mechanism. What is happening there? The lungs and the respiratory muscles, like the parts like larynx, pharynx, glottis, vocal cords are taking active role. And the second type of airstream mechanism is the glottalic airstream mechanism. What is happening here? The glottis is firmly closed. That is, the situation is called closed glottis. And the air is moved up or down to initiate the airstream, and which is this airstream mechanism is very rarely used. Only Sindhi has few sounds which are produced through glottalic airstream mechanism. And the third part, to summarize, is the velaric airstream mechanism. In this situation, what is happening? The back of the tongue is in firm contact with the soft palate, that is the upper surface of your upper part of your mouth, and the air is pushed forward or pulled back to initiate the airstream. So I suppose that you have understood the three types of airstream mechanism, and we'll learn the other parts of phonetics in our second lecture. But still, if you have any query regarding this lecture, you can email me at my email address, that is oindrila.dattoroy88@gmail.com. Thank you.